For cheap and reliable coins, head over to utnice.com and go to the checkout. Once you've picked the coins you wanted, use JT11 as the code and get yourself an extra 6% off on your orders. What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at mid Cannavaro. He is coming in at a whopping 340,000 coins. We've managed to pick him up a little bit cheaper than that, obviously to save on a little bit of tax, but he is a 2-star skiller, 3-star weak foot. He is a low to high work rates, which is considered the best, and he is 5'9", which traditional centre backs are normally a hell of a lot bigger. But Cannavaro, he has always been absolutely fantastic in the defensive role, and last year, the year before, we've always had his base, which I believe is considered the better version out of the mid and the obviously the base. So it's going to be an interesting one. It's mainly just because on the base he has 82 pace. Yeah, 82 on the base for the pace, and then obviously his defending has gone up by 2 on his mid, and then he's had 1 physical. So we have picked him up. I thought, you know what, we'll give him a go. I want to try and get some more of the better icons out there, rather than kind of just slowly going around with the little ones. We will kind of throw them in left, right, and center, but we want to try and show as many players that actually are very usable, and I think Cannavaro in pretty much most teams nowadays will be very usable. Maybe more his base than his mid, but I still think his mid is definitely still very, very good. So without further ado, let's jump straight into him and see what Cannavaro can do in division rivals. Cannavaro's watching big boy Lukaku in the middle there. I'm expecting some big things from him. I'm just kind of hoping he doesn't go in the air. I feel like Cannavaro can obviously head with the best of them, but I don't know what it's like on this game so far. Cannavaro versus Lukaku. He's going to have to pass it round him. Try and recover with Cannavaro. Gomez is going to be the next one. Cannavaro watching that inside, and it's a great block, and he gets a header slightly, and a great save from Leno. Lovely, big and tall, hides the ball, and it's a great time for a counter-attack. Cannavaro watching this defense. He's going to go out wide. He's going to try and put it back into him. And it's a good chest and away. Solid work so far. Not really had too much to do as of yet, but he has been in the right positions at the right time so far. Here we go. What's this all about then? Lukaku has had to step away from him, and again, that could be the difference. Obviously, last year, it didn't seem to have too much of an issue with Cannavaro heading. Whether this year's a bit different, maybe they have less of a rate, because he did win a hell of a lot of headers, considering he is like 5'9" as a centre-back. But the one thing he was always fantastic with, like there, is the lovely interceptions or blocks. Cannavaro again mopping up. Love to see it from him. Quells it. I wanted to go for the through ball, but realised he was offside as soon as I wanted to do it. Oh, here we go. 2 versus 1. Richarlison and Lukaku both passing it. And look at that. That is just what you want to see. Even wins a foul. Cannavaro, I feel like, is going to be a very, very good centre-back in this game. Jamie. Oh, it's Jamie Vardy with his first goal. He makes an assist. He scores himself. There is nothing this man can't do at the start of FIFA 22. Cannavaro calmly sees it out. Very nice. Just a standard with him, really. Cannavaro again watching Lukaku, literally having absolute no luck with Lukaku for him, just constantly being bullied by a literal amazing player of Cannavaro as we try and go for a Vardy goal on the other end. And again, even coming up pitch now and doing it. Vardy, nearly. Cannavaro again pushing on Lukaku, doesn't necessarily give away the foul, but definitely bodies him a little bit. Cannavaro again getting a little touch. Doesn't take the ball away this time, but does enough to stop it. Cannavaro already making the tackle in this next match. And again, another interception. 2 for 2 so far. So we've gone from 340k to 320 with Cannavaro. A couple of listings have dropped his price down. Not to worry, I absolutely love this card. He's absolutely fantastic, and without a shadow of a doubt, this base is going to be incredible. Obviously an extra 160k on top of his mid, so we know that that's going to be a very, very good card, but that doesn't mean his base his mid is nothing. Fantastic card, most definitely. I think if I was looking for a chemistry style, I think Shadow probably is the better option. We tried Anchor just to kind of well-round his defending aspect, and it does turn him into a 93 rated centre-back. But I think as a kind of pace point of view, especially seeing as though he is 5'9", so he's not necessarily out-heading people, so he maybe needs to take a step back. When we saw him against Lukaku, he kind of didn't wrestle with him in the air too much because there is a huge height advantage from Lukaku's side and obviously strength. Even with the 84, and personally we had 94 with the Anchor on that we played with, he's still going to be, it's going to be mass versus mass, and Lukaku is a bigger striker, so he is going to have a better chance at that. Not saying every single time, but definitely you want to play it smart, and I think Shadow is the way to go, unless you have got a very pacey centre-back with him. Then obviously you can kind of use him as the person who goes forward and have that kind of more well-rounded sort of centre-back, and then have an absolute pace beast next to him. That being said, I think definitely is worth the coins. Cannavaro's always been a fan favourite of mine. Loved his prime moments. Every version of him I think is usable from the get-go, and for quite a considerable amount of time. Definitely his base, if you're looking at the two that we've got now, and then obviously prime again is still very, very good late on in the game. Overall wise, as an icon at centre-back, if I'm taking into consideration the Maldinis, the Desai's, the Blancs, the Rio Vidiches, all of them, I think I'd have to settle at around about 9.6 for him. I think he's up there in terms of ranking, but I don't think he's the best centre-back out at the moment. Obviously, price-wise, I think he's probably up there as probably the most efficient for price, but most definitely not the greatest based on mid centre-back at this point in the game. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure you do like and subscribe, and we will have another big icon for you next. Could be a little bit of a new one as well, so that might be your hint. Let me know down below what you think. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.